If I'm not talking to you, and then you pass your judgment on to me, and you don't know me, why the fuck would you do that? It's like if these other people are having a conversation because they're comfortable, and I'm like, oh man, you're just a loud mouth bitch. It's like, how disrespectful is that, bro? You don't know me, so maybe get the fuck out of here. You know?
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast in the car with your boy Big Sorbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy, Mr. 9 Times. And yeah, man, I'm kind of sick of doing this shit in the car, but guess what? A motherfucker's busy, so I got to get it how I get it. And if you don't like these episodes in the car, you could drive yourself off a bridge and into some coochie. Yeah, son. So, a lot of things have been going down, but first things first, we got to do today's mathematics. Today's math is wisdom and equality, all being born to build, destroy. So when we're using our wisdom or our wise words or our wise knowledge with equality, make sure whatever you're building or destroying is, just make sure you know what you're doing. Like, don't be an asshole and like fucking, just make sure when you're doing the wisdom, you bring the equality, all being born to build, destroy. I did not write this shit down. I need to get better. But like some of these podcasts, man, I don't even plan it out. So my bad. That was horrible, today's mathematics. But just let me break this down. You're using your wisdom and you want to equalize that with everything else so you can build or destroy the proper energies in your life. So when I bring about wisdom and I want to equate that to some of the things in my life, I want to build something. I'm getting really serious with this girl. We haven't even got on our first date, but we've been talking a lot, and she lives far. It's a long distance relationship. And I told her over the phone, I'm not going to make it official with you over the phone. How corny is that? It's corny to break up with someone over the phone. It's very corny to get with somebody over the phone, over text. But I told her, like, I already have everything. Already got you Christmas presents, and I got you, I got you. And, so I'm building in that sense. And whenever I want to use my wisdom to bring about equality, I think about revenge, right? So when I want to destroy something or take the negative out of my life, I'm equalizing all the bullshit using my wisdom because somebody fucked up somewhere, whether it be me or someone else. Whether I've been cut off and I've cut off other people because it's not going anywhere. So in that sense, we're bringing about the change necessary to bring positivity. Not all negative energy, not some of these things like cutting people off is not always negative, and some of these things we build aren't always positive. So when you're going about your life, just make sure you're building and destroying the right things, using the wisdom that you have to better equate things in your life. I'm not saying to go out there and use your knowledge to build or destroy. Like, just make sure it's all fair, it's all balanced. Balance is the key. Peace. Okay, so yesterday was Christmas, and it was on my Saturday, right? So I woke up, fucking did my usual thing. Then I went to my tío's and all our family was there. This time I made sure to go late because I knew my whole family was gonna be there at that time. I came through at like 7 o'clock, and that's when we do the white elephant. That's when everyone is there. My dad went there like at 2, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take care of everything I need to, and then I'm gonna go. And I saw everybody. I saw KO, I saw Rigor, I saw all my little cousins and shit, and I think it was dope, man. I for years and years, man, I had a bad standing with my family. Me, the family really didn't have a bad standing with me. I was in a bad standing with my family because I felt when you have certain expectations and shit, you set yourself up for failure with other people, right? I have self expectations all the time. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do this, and whether I do it or not, I have those expectations. I know I could fulfill them, but if I expect somebody else to do shit and I don't do the knowledge, it's probably not gonna happen the way I think it is, right? Maybe some of the time, whatever percent of the time, that's just what the fuck it is, and that's all right, man. I think that's okay. Like, you got to accept the things in your life for what they are. And so while I'm at my Theo's, they're doing a white elephant. Keep in mind, they haven't seen me most of them haven't seen me in like over like a year. So I've lost more weight. I've gotten more money, and I've just gotten way more handsome and shit. Like, it's just like Big Sir Pavel has leveled up. If you look at me last year and you look at me now, it's a total glow up, bro. I'm glowing the fuck up on these bitches, right? So, yeah, nobody recognized me. I walked in and no one recognized me. I just sat down, and within 5 minutes, I was like, this is the worst fucking idea. I'm like, I'm gonna leave. At some point, I'm just gonna fucking, like, I actually, no, not even at some point. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking leave now. But everyone said hi to me at some point, and then it was cool. You know what I mean? I feel like now, you know, we're pretty much 5 years removed from the bullshit my cousin spewed out her fucking pussy lips. I'm in a very good place now. And what was I gonna say? Oh, so I overhear my uncle, he said this to my Theo Angel when we were at Pomona Loud. He's like, money changes a person. And, you know, I didn't give a fuck. Like, that's his opinion, and my uncle can say whatever the fuck he wants to say. It's no big deal. When it comes to my family, it's okay, right? But he said it this time to KO and Rigor, and they were whispering and shit, and I look over, and like KO had this like look to, and this is like no shots to my cousin. I love him to death, but like sometimes you gotta check his face, because he looks crazy sometimes. But he looked at me and he was just looking at me, and I look at him and he like softened his face up, and I'm like, I want to tell him like, why did I change? Do you know for a fact that I changed, or do you think I changed because of how I look? That doesn't make any sense to me. In my mind, I've always been the same, no matter how much money I have and shit. And I was like, I've been fly. And he's like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't been fly. We've known you your whole life and shit. And I was like, I've always been fly. And he was like, no, I know you have. And I was like, yeah, because there's no arguing. Your fucking opinion, whoever it be, doesn't mean shit to me at all. Because the way I think about myself, the way I look at myself in the mirror, and the way I go about my life is all I care about. I could care less about how other people feel about me, even if it's my family. It's like, okay, like how you, what is RuPaul pause? What does this fool say? So how you think is none of my business, some shit like that. That's a good quote for, you know, being on that side of the fence, pause. But it's true in the fact that I don't go around like looking at, like, comparison is the thief of joy. I'm not going around being like, oh, he's doing so much better, he got so much money. It's like, I'm doing my own thing. I've been doing my own thing, the music, the clothes, everything. While I'm over there, I'm having a good time, because it's like I see my niece Eloise, that's KO's daughter. You know, they have Annalise, which is his other new baby. and I'm playing with Ellie on the wiffle ball, she's gonna be a handful for KO, because she's gonna be just like him. She's gonna be just like her dad. And if anyone knows her dad better than anybody, it's fucking your boy Big Serbs. So, and the whole time I was playing with her, she just kept throwing the wiffle ball at me, throwing this shit at me, and I was like, you really like don't understand that. Like, I get it. Even as like a child, you're not trying to hurt anybody. You just like, the way you're playing might not be another child's way of playing. So KO told me that she's gotten little notes. Your fucking daughter's over here being a traviesa again and shit like that. And I don't understand why like that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for a child to express themselves in a certain way. Yeah, maybe if they're like beating the fuck out of people, beating people up, like, okay, maybe it's time to dial it back in. But it's like that she's a little girl, dog. Like, how old is she? She has to be like 2, She's a fucking baby, dog. So for people to like, for society to be like, oh, well, the child, and you're like, shut the fuck up, bro. When you were a kid, you were still fucking wiping your ass and blowing your nose with the same tissue. Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Don't, especially when it comes to my family or even my kids. I'm gonna be like Mufasa type shit. And we're gonna get a Mufasa later. But like the Lion King, like, motherfucker, this is my pride. So you better come correct when you speak on my family, or else we're gonna have some big fucking problems, dog. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. Like, family is everything to me. La familia es todo. And I'm not going to take no shit from nobody just because you got credentials to be a glorified babysitter. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is you, bruh? Unless you're a certified psychologist, Jordan Peterson, get the fuck out my face with that type of shit. Oh, you're a child, da, da, da. And then that's when they want the pills to come in and all that. And you're going to have to fucking literally blast me to fucking try to get me to put my kids on dope, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, I already know where that shit leads to and shit. I halfways don't want to do this, but I feel like I don't need to do this, or maybe I don't want to talk about this, but my girl, we're not official yet, but she's my girl. So anybody out there, I will put a spell on your ass if you ever try to disrespect my lady. But by the time you guys see this, she's my lady already. How about that? So that makes me feel better. Me, Rigor, and Kale, we're chilling. We're talking about J's and shit. I'm like, yeah, these are like the Thunder 4s. These are my new shits right here. I got them at a really good price. Shout out to the homie Slick C. Everybody, if you're, tap in with the homie if you want some nice kicks and shit. He's not like a reseller or something, but he just got good kicks. But we start bringing up Mufasa. And the last time I talked to Mufasa had to have been something like 2023, February 2023. And I want to say that was around the last time they all went to Big Bear. All my cousins and shit. So with that, they bring them up, and I'm not hearing good things about them. The last thing you want to hear about your family is that they're not doing good. So that kind of fucked me up. And some other things we've spoken about, I'm not going to say on the podcast, but just like, my cousin, the point of this conversation was we have a brotherhood, right? And all our cousins, Mufasa, if you're watching this, we talked, and I'm not going to air anything out. The reason why some of us feel some sort of ways is because we all would think if you have a issue or a problem with anything, we would talk it out like brothers. And for anyone to cut all contact with their brother, it hurts. it creates a lot of, bro, listen to me right now. There's women I've talked to that have cut me off, and I've seen them in real life, and it's just weird, you know. Obviously, I'm not gonna ever demonize or hurt a woman over her actions. That's totally on her. But basically what you're saying when you cut somebody off or block them is fuck you. That's basically what you're saying. Fuck you. Who are you? We don't need to talk. That's how it feels. You might not say that. You might not think by doing that that's what you're saying or you're not saying, but that's how it feels and that's how it comes across. So some of us feel like you made a poor choice in not communicating with us, and that's all it is. But we said when you come around, you're gonna come around, and there's gonna be a discussion for then. Until then, you're always gonna be my cousin. I'm always gonna love you, and not pass judgment. And I'm never gonna air out anything on the podcast. It's just for anybody that's going through shit like that. I just want everybody to know that things like this happen, and shit gets resolved and it becomes smooth, or it doesn't get resolved and it doesn't get smooth. So it's just like that's just what it is. Like my pop said, that's life. You know, if you don't want to talk to us, that's fine. No one's gonna force you to do anything, you know. But regardless, that's my cousin. I'm forever gonna hold him down. Fuck making music. Like I just want to see him, and I just want to tell him all the life you've missed in our lives. Cause trust me, bro, like I get it. I only come around 3 days out of the year with the family. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and my grandma's birthday. Because that's when everyone is there. So it's like, I'm not going to be like my Theo George and be like a fucking hermit and not pop out. Unless it's like, you're going to go see him. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to be with the rest of the family. Like, being over there, I like seeing my cousins Gabriel and Jesse. They're younger. I'm about 10 years older than them. And it's funny because they were asking about the brand. And I feel like I'm their favorite older cousin, just being the fact that I'm actually out here doing shit. I'm actually out here, got my own clothing brand, got my music, got fucking so many things going on. I got a good job. And I feel like you could really see that. And I love that about my family. I tell them all the time, look, the reason why I show you guys so much love is because my older cousins, the cousins I have that are 10, 15 years older than me, were fucking burnouts. People that couldn't take care of a glass of apple juice, right? I didn't have really that great of role models growing up. And if I can be the role model for my family, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it just because of that, but I'm going to do it for the simple fact that I didn't have that growing up, and I would want that for my younger cousins or my younger family out there, right? So I told, Gabe was the most ecstatic about my clothes. I'm actually going to have to order some clothes for them because they want to be they want a model for me and shit, and I thought that was dope. They put me on game that was like popular right now as far as like the Young Bucks and all that, and I was like, that's really dope, man. I always want to stay connected and be tapped in with what's popular now. And I told him, I was like, the shit I'm looking at right now, it's like everyone does it. It's like streetwear used to be like a real esoteric and niche thing, like whether it be Polo or fucking the North Face or shit like that. Like streetwear was its own thing. Now people want to be in this niche streetwear thing where it's like everyone. I feel like it started with like kind of like brands like Streetwise. So like I used to be a big Streetwise fan. I still got a bunch of Streetwise shit, but I'm giving them all to KO. But it's like it's all glorifying money, women, and crime. Cartel shit, whatever. So all these guys are doing are putting their logo or their name with like images of El Chapo, Benjamin Franklin, effigies that cater to negative things. And I wouldn't say my brand is a streetwear brand, but I'm trying to cater to many different things. I don't have a mission statement, but I can tell you Imperial is forever. We are invincible, and the chosen few fuck with Imperial right now. We're like FTP, man. Only the niche few understand and get the clothes because it's not something you can walk into Zoomies and buy. So the fact that you rock Imperial is exclusive for all my day one Imperial fans and family out there. I appreciate y'all. You know who the fuck you are, bro. We just did the raffle. Juan won the raffle for Christmas. Shout out to Juan. He hasn't responded to my text. I'm gonna spin the wheel again and take his name off and see who wins. So it's no big deal, man. I'm getting the brand out there, and that's all that matters to me, bro. How can we wrap this up? My tío June made some awesome. I'm always look forward to his pollo verde tamales and shit. Fire. And then they had other shit, but I took a grip of tamales home. I might. Nah, it's a little too late to be eating, but probably just snack a little. Maybe have one tamale. You feel me? Yeah, Christmas was cool. Was only there for a few hours left. My lady she called me, and I don't know if she was drinking or whatever, but like because we're talking about my cousin, I wasn't like in the mood, right? Like I wasn't in the mood to like sweet talk to my girl and shit like that. So I just kept it real short with her, and then I was just on the phone with her today, and I haven't felt like this about a woman in like so long, and I've already talked about this on the last episode, but just like I feel like she's everything God I prayed for, like I prayed to God for, and there's a lot of understanding. We're kind of like not two different people. We have enough similarities, but the understanding between us is like super awesome, So I told her, I was like, look, I'm gonna want to leave. I'm going to want to transfer out and move closer to home. She's like, you do what you do and we'll figure it out. We're going to see each other. So right there, it was like, man, like Claire, like, thank you, God. Thank you. Not one of these situationships where one person stops talking. Not one of these, I'm somebody's side piece. Second option, it's like, this is a woman that is putting me first, not in her life, but in her love life. I'm first in her love life. She's first in my love life. And I love that. I can't wait to see where this goes. And she reminds me a lot of me, which is like super crazy, Let's see who just texted me right now. I don't know what this is. Okay, yeah. Let's get into some pet peeves, man. I was talking with the homie. He said, your big homies are my little homies. Like, we were joking around. I was like, man, we're going to have to take that up with the big homies. And he was like, your big homies I said some stupid shit like that. And he said, your big homies are my little homies. I never had big homies. I was always the big homie. Nobody could ever said, oh, yeah, I'm Serbs' OG. Serbs never had an OG, bro. Like, the fact that's funny. And that's no shots to the homie. It's just more so like, I never had that fucking OG. What the fuck? Fuck a OG, bro. Like, I am the OG. I'm the one that sets the examples. I'm the one that helps people, pulls the strings. I'm the fucking puppet master. I'm the landlord around this motherfucker. If you're in Ontario, bro, and you know anything about the scene, you know your boy, dog. Serio. Like, I don't want to say anything by saying this, but I am the top dog in the O-Town. That's a fact. These other fools might have more views or whatever, and no shots to nobody, because I love all my Ontario brothers and sisters. But we all know what it is. Come on, man. Let's be straight up. Who's doing this? Name one person outside of Ontario that raps, produces, writes their own music, podcasts, clothing brand, bakes cookies, shit like that. Like, name one, bro. There ain't nobody out there doing this shit like me, bruh. So, yeah, there was one pet peeve. Let's fire it up, fire them off. Let's see where we going. I'm trying to book artists, and for some reason, you got to talk to my manager. Check this out. Fuck your manager. I don't want to talk to your manager. I don't want to know your manager. I'm talking to you. If you don't want to do business, that's fine. Like, who the fuck needs a manager anymore? Unless you're like Daddy Warbucks, pause, or you're like fucking a big superstar that's like the phone is ringing off, like you're like, literally, I can't call everybody. You talk to my manager, you send him an email, and we get back at you in the morning. The artists out there that can't even make $50 in a week for the manager to take $5 off of that, why do you need a manager, bro? I don't want to talk to your manager. Matter of fact, I don't want to talk to you. I really don't. Because you're coming at me with this energy that like, oh, well, you just talk to them, and we don't speak to you directly. Like, what is that, bro? What the fuck? Like, that's like saying fuck you. I don't understand it. People ruin their opportunities that other people presented them because of the way that they're moving. Check this out. I don't have to give you an opportunity. There's so many artists that would love opportunities like the ones I'd love opportunities I'm giving people. Are you fucking serious right now? I gotta talk to your manager? Fuck your manager. How about that? Coming up, man, no one had a manager. I can't even name one person that had a fucking manager, bro. What the fuck are people on these days, man? These hoes are AIing their face for recycled clout, man. I know this any guy that explores Instagram Explore or the Explore page or whatever the fuck knows this chick. She got fat titties, and she has another page with an AI'd face. It's literally her exact same videos, but with a different face, and it's a different name for a different page. I said, whoa, this is weird, bro. People are gonna start hollering at chicks that aren't even real. Bro, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't understand this AI shit. Check this out. I got me the baddest woman in the family. I know that for a fact. And there ain't nothing AI about her. There's nothing AI about my beautiful lady, right? So the fact that, and dude, literally I had one of my coworkers post on Instagram. He posted my WCW on Christmas Day, and it's an AI page. I want to tell him, can you stop doing this creepy shit? That's not weird. What kind of woman sees a man post some shit like that and is like, yeah, that's what's up? Like, no, bro, that is not what's up. That's fucking creepy, bro. It's fucking creepy than a bitch, bruh. All right. And it's just weird. Like, why women are I get that women get your paper, go out there and get it, but that's just weird. I don't know. I'm at work, we're chilling with the boys and shit, chilling with the homies, and I'm talking, and this old vieja güera, she goes, you talk a lot of shit. I was like, so what? She's like, yeah, you're cocky. And I was like, whoa, hey, yo. She's like, what? And I'm like, I don't say the COC, bruh. She's like, COC? I'm like, yeah, you wilding right now saying the COC, bruh. She's like, what did I say? You said anything with cock in it, pause, is nothing what I'm like, bruh. And she's like, she said something like, oh, are you homophobic? Something weird, like something like, oh, like, are you really like in the closet or something? Some shit like that. And I was like, you know what? Whatever you just said didn't even compute in my head. Like, I don't even remember what the fuck she said, but that's something to do with insinuating that I'm a homosexual, pause, and that I'm really not, And I was like, see, that's the thing, is just a lot of people, they don't know you, so they assume things about you without even having a conversation. They just like to butt into other people's conversations and pass judgment. And she's like, what hood are you from? What the fuck is this? 21 questions? I'm from all the hoods. I'm from every hood. Literally. Like, I'm from every hood. And she's like, well, are you from... Like, she just kept going and shit. And, like, This is the thing about my fair skinned brothers and sisters. Not all of y'all. A lot of y'all are cool. Some of y'all ask way too many questions, can't read the room, and pass judgment on shit you should be shutting the fuck up about. I love everybody, but please do not come up to me talking that bullshit, bro. I'm having a conversation, and when you want to interrupt me, you want to interrupt the daily program to start talking shit, bro, I'm not going to have it. And you're lucky you're a woman, because if you're a guy, it probably would have been a different conversation, but we're at work, so motherfuckers feel like they're protected under the guise of company policies. But it's like, knock it the fuck off, bro. Like, if I'm not talking to you, and then you pass your judgment on to me, and you don't know me, why the fuck would you do that? It's like if these other people are having a conversation because they're comfortable, and I'm like, oh, man, you're just a loud mouth bitch. It's like, how disrespectful is that, bro? You don't know me, so maybe get the fuck out of here, you know? Pet peeves, random. Lotto has a song called There She Go, There She Go, 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 There She Go, Go, Go. Why does that sound very much like There He Go by fucking Schoolboy Q? Lotto is a fucking song stealing thief, bruh. What the fuck is going on, man? That's crazy, bruh. Lotto's out here just straight stealing songs from the homie. That's crazy. And no one what's crazy is when we're in an era of people just like, oh, he got that from this, he got that from that. No one's talking about that song with Lotto. Wow, that's crazy, bro. There she go, 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 some shit like that. There he go, there he go. Come on, bro. There he go is like fucking 14 years old now. That's an old song. So that's my problem with people and artists. Now, they have no originality. They're just remixing shit, recycling shit. Kind of pot calling the sour kush on that one, because all my music is like basically like 90s East Coast rap, but it's like, fuck you. At least I'm not stealing whole songs from people. Women who get plastic surgery are fucking crazy. You know, I've always loved natural bodies, no matter how small the ass or titties is, no matter how big they are. I just love me a natural woman. When you're out here looking like something that came out of Build-A-Bear horror shop, it's fucking weird, bro. I'm telling you this right now, and I want all my disciples that watch the God's Hour to be with me, agree with me on this one. Plastic surgery is done in 2025. We need to have things that are done in 2025, starting with plastic surgery. And number 2 is, if you're still nozzing in 2025, you're dumb as fuck. If I see anybody walking around with a balloon, like, I might smack the shit out of you, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing with a Nas balloon? You know, before Nas meant Nas is like life or death. Illmatic, you know, not dead presidents, a New York state of mind. That's what Nas used to mean. Nas now means you're killing your brain cells and you're fucking a zombo walking around like a fucking Captain Jackass because you didn't got 2 brain cells to barely go to the store to fill up your fucking little tanks so you could start killing your brain cells more and shit. It's like unbelievable. The world is unbelievable right now. 2025, yeah, man, it's 2025. Stop dangling the microphone pause like this and rapping in it, and it's not live. I don't mind if it's live, like you're out there in the street with the actual microphone dangling pause or like set up. I want to do that shit live. But if you're not doing it live, you look stupid as fuck, because I know you hit it at some point and it's just fucking, it just looks stupid as fuck. People, come up with some original shit, man. Pet peeves. Let's see. There's some drones over Riverside and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Y'all can't tell me that this ain't some Area 51 shit going on, bro. Can anybody tell me what the fuck the drones are going on in Riverside? It's on the news. This shit's everywhere. Why Riverside? What they got? They seen Serbs drop the doggone Riverside Drive 1 and 2. They said we gotta send them drones out before the doggone Riverside 3 comes out, bruh. I swear to God, I don't know what's going on. Cybernet might be real. Cyberdyne, the iodine era, in the words of Santi. I don't know what it is, bro. this shit's cold. I just looked up the video on this chick talking about like how we're all fucked with the shit that we're eating because it's like, you know, there's like whatever red 40 and yellow 7 and blue 42 and all this shit that they put in the foods, and it's just causing hyperactivity in children and all this shit. Like they're poisoning us. I remember my homie Ivan back when I was in middle school, he'd be like, yeah, the shit that they're putting, the government's putting shit on our food that's making us dumb. And it's not the government, it's the fucking food companies. You know, the government's allowing food companies to fucking put all this shit in our food that's banned in like literally the UK and all this other shit. And I don't know what it is. I really don't know what's going on with the world, but I'm scared, man, cuz I don't want my children to be affected by the fucking bullshit of the American political system. Let me see. I'm team K-Dot with this whole shit with Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick did Snoop on Whacked Out Murals because Snoop okayed Drake to sample his voice using AI. How is that not some snake shit, Snoop? You know, like Snoop is over here putting the green light and going against Kendrick basically. And it's like people, if you look at like the comments like on the Bootleg Kev show with Snoop, people are like, this fool's a snake, this is that, he's been doing that for years. And it's like, I don't know, Snoop. You kind of got to answer for this shit. And Bootleg Kev, you know, no one's going to ask Snoop tough questions like that, because I'm pretty sure Snoop will get that shit taken down, even if he does answer wrong or like in a not favorable way. But I'm Team K-Dot all day. Y'all got me fucked up. Rigor was saying how Drake lyrically was better than Kendrick. And maybe so, but I love Kendrick anyway. I just want to hear good music, and I might have a prejudice. Maybe I need to listen to a Drake album. I think that's what it is. I need to finally just accept Drake as a good artist. He is a good artist, but I just haven't heard one of his albums because I think he's corny. Like, he tries to act tough, and then he bitches out, and he talks about bitches, so. I don't know, man. I just think it's weird. I'm like super big in astrology, right? And I've been talking to this girl, and I was talking to this girl about religion because she's like a fucking one of these, you know, sub fucking genre Christians or whatever. You know, there's the born again, and then the again we're born, and all this other. It's like, bro, it's all the same shit, bro. Like, you all believe in God. We all believe in God to some extent. So what the fuck, you know? But she was like, yeah, you know, the horoscopes, you know, those are all demons that people pray to and shit. And it's like, who the fuck is praying to astrology signs? You know? And then the other homegirl said the same thing. They're demons. And it's like, what kush are y'all smoking, bro? Y'all smoking that dirt chronic, bro. Nobody, I promise you, in 2024, going into 2025, no one is worshiping horoscopes like as if they're gods. And if you are, you're fucking out of your mind. And it'd be the same people. Oh, I don't pass judgment because that's that. Like, bitch, you're passing judgment like a fuck, bro. Just mind your business, bro. Now, that's the number one key. That's the biggest jewel I could give y'all in 2025. Mind your fucking business, bro. You know, everything is cool until you start looking around and seeing what other people are doing, what other people believe in, what other people like. Like, come on, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Let's see, man. We got... Let me hit 40, and let me hit one more thing. I have a whole bunch of shit. Let's see. 300 people lynched 3 men in Mexico for kidnapping and raping a girl. I mean, these are things that happen, guys, and I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, Mexico's a different country. I always say, man, Mexico's the last place on earth you could kill somebody, bury them, and get away with it. In Mexico, that's happened before. It happens every day, and it's probably happening as we speak. I'm sorry to all the families out there affected by senseless violence, right? But, you know, I feel like we need some of that shit to deter some of these asshole serial killers or whatever it is. Like, if you fuck up, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna Gaddafi your ass. We're gonna slide a fucking totem pole through your ass along your spine, pause, and lift you in the air for everyone to see. This is what happens when you fuck with little kids and think raping women is cool. You know? I don't understand why we gotta keep these motherfuckers in jail. We gotta have a cage and some. We gotta pay out of pocket to keep these dicks in cages fed? Come on, bro. You got me fucked up with that shit. Let's just kill these cocksuckers. You know, public execution style. Hey, we're gonna smoke this fool. He killed 3 people. He fucking raped and did all this shit. We're gonna kill. Oh, you gonna kill him? Like, well, hold on. Let me make some popcorn first. Let me get my work schedule together because I want to see this fool get his fucking brains blown the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, how is that not fair? I don't know. I could be bugging out. Let's see. Because my lady, she's talking to me about J. Cole. Her favorite artist is J. Cole. So for the first time, we got a first time review, album review. J. Cole, The Warm Up. I can't listen to this album without feeling like it's missing features or like a more diverse sound. It feels like a really early, like 2010 album. It sounds a little dated, but the production is the true star of the album. The lyrics are very generic, but Cole's swagger with the beats makes you forget he's a pop star, especially now. He weaves in and out of subjects ranging from conscious black to his mom's drug use, his city, going to college on a scholarship, to preaching. He's in his bag on the R&B joints when he's singing, and it has stark contrast to his average lyricism. Recycle bars about shitting on him and different imagery of that nature is very corny to me, but his singing is very well done with great hooks, and I don't think it's explored enough, especially when you see who his contemporaries were at the time, like a Drake. I need an R&B Cole album, but this does not pass the bulletproof meter. I give it a C. It's a very average album. The only reason why I like listening to it, because it makes me think of my girl. The message of the day is, I'll say stay safe, stay blessed. I've been saying that, man. A lot of shit's been going on in the world. It's Christmas. Stay safe, stay blessed, and love your family. This is the God's Hour.
Merge Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.